Where are people moving to? One of the best indicators of what makes a place attractive is significant population growth. To compile the 2023 to 2024 rankings, we used the U.S. Census Bureau's net migration data for 2020 through 2021, the most recent comprehensive data set available at the time of our calculations. Places with the most growth attract new residents for many reasons, including a hot job market, affordable housing, an attractive location, or other factors. Here are the 25 urban areas out of the 150 most populous in the U.S. that saw the most growth during this period.
Spokane, Washington. Located in the eastern part of Washington, Spokane may feel like a remote location compared with coastal vacation spots, but the Spokane metro area has a population of more than 500,000 people. That population is growing quickly, too, as people seek even closer access to the outdoors than they can find in the likes of Seattle to the west. Spokane's population continues to grow, with an increase of 1.14% due to net migration between 2020 and 2021, according to the U.S. Census Bureau.
Portland, Maine. Not many people would pinpoint Maine as a part of the country experiencing a lot of population growth, but the early parts of the COVID-19 pandemic helped spur many people to consider the Portland metro area in particular. The base setting and cobblestone streets in some parts of the city offer a feeling of an old fishing village, while still being the economic hub of the state. The area's population increased by 1.17% due to net migration between 2020 and 2021.
Greenville, South Carolina. For those looking to live in a place with easy access to the Blue Ridge Mountains, Greenville may be the right spot. While the metro area still has fewer than 1 million residents, it may not stay that way for long. Greenville's population increased by 1.21% between 2020 and 2021 due to net migration. It particularly attracts those in the manufacturing industry, as well as healthcare and education.
Reno, Nevada. For people looking to live in the West but avoid the high costs of living in Las Vegas or just about anywhere in California, Reno offers an alternative that's growing in popularity. The heart of Reno is just a 40-mile drive to Lake Tahoe, which borders both California and Nevada directly south of Reno. Between 2020 and 2021, the Reno metro area grew by 1.22% due to net migration.
Raleigh and Durham, North Carolina. Home to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, Duke University and North Carolina State University, the Raleigh and Durham metro area has plenty of former students who are choosing to lay down permanent roots, while others flock there for the job opportunities offered by the schools and other local corporations. Between 2020 and 2021, the Raleigh and Durham metro area saw its population increase by 1.22% due to net migration, just slightly more than Reno. The area is also the #1 spot for best places to live in North Carolina.
Killeen, Texas. Between Dallas-Fort Worth and Austin in Texas, Killeen is one place seeing lots of growth both due to the major cities just a couple of hours drive away and for its job opportunities drawing new residents in defense, health care and education. Killeen is home to Fort Cavazos, formerly known as Fort Hood, which is one of the largest military bases in the U.S. The area's population increased by 1.28% between 2020 and 2021 from net migration, according to the U.S. Census Bureau.
Tampa, Florida. With more than 3 million residents, Tampa is the second largest metro area on this list, after Pheonix. And it continues to grow. The area's population increased by 1.43% between 2020 and 2021 due to net migration. Many other Florida cities are experiencing rapid population growth, as there are still 9 more Sunshine State metro areas on this list, growing even faster than Tampa.
Pheonix. The only metro area in the Mountain West to make the top 25 fastest-growing metro areas, Pheonix saw its population increase by 1.44% between 2020 and 2021 due to net migration alone, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. The hot desert climate appeals to plenty of people, with the population closing in on 5 million. The metro area offers plenty of Western culture, while also having a busy downtown for business and entertainment, and professional sports teams for football, baseball, basketball and hockey.
Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville saw an increase in population of 1.6% from 2020 to 2021. Sunny Florida weather certainly attracts people to the state, but Jacksonville provides the added benefit of being a more affordable place to live than much of the rest of Florida. Jacksonville residents spend 25.17% of the area's median household income on housing, above the national median of 24%, but still less expensive than some other Florida metro areas.
Knoxville, Tennessee. As is the case with other places on this list, Knoxville is attracting new and returning residents alike because it's home to the University of Tennessee and related institutions focused on education and research. The Knoxville area grew by 1.63% in population between 2020 and 2021 due to net migration, according to the U.S. Census Bureau.
Fayetteville, Arkansas. Northwest Arkansas's largest metro area continues to grow rapidly, by 1.66% from 2020 to 2021 due to net migration. Fayetteville's growth has fluctuated a bit over the years, but it's still drawing plenty of new residents with its low cost of living and consistent job opportunities. Residents spend just 20.44% of the median household income on housing costs.
Huntsville, Alabama. The metro area surrounding the Rocket City, most recognized for its NASA and aerospace industry ties, ranks number 2 on the overall best places to live list for 2023, only in part due to its rapid population growth. The Huntsville area's population increased by 1.79% between 2020 and 2021 due to net migration, and more people are moving to the area daily. Making Huntsville extra attractive is the fact that it's the 4th most affordable place out of the 150 most populous metro areas in the U.S.
Austin, Texas. For more than a decade, an increasing number of tech companies have established offices or headquarters in this Texas metro area, solidifying it as a hub for the technology industry on par with Silicon Valley, Seattle, and other major tech cities. Austin's affordability relative to the likes of pricey California metro areas such as San Jose and San Francisco drives many people to Austin for work. It's a hot enough destination that the metro area grew by 1.85% from 2020 to 2021 due to net migration and is ranked the number 1 best place to live in Texas.
Spartanburg, South Carolina. This northwestern South Carolina metro area is the smallest among the top 25 fastest-growing places on the list, but with population increases like the 2.01% it experienced between 2020 and 2021 due to net migration, it may not stay small for long. Spartanburg is also an affordable place to live in the South, requiring just 21.67% of the area's median household income to cover mortgage or rent payments, property taxes, and utilities.
Melbourne, Florida. Known as the Space Coast because it's home to the Kennedy Space Flight Center, Melbourne saw its population grow by 2.05% due to net migration between 2020 and 2021, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, and much of the interest in this Florida metro area comes from retirees. The median age here is 47 years, compared to the national median of just under 39 years, according to the Census Bureau.
Salisbury, Maryland. Another smaller metro area seeing a lot of growth is Salisbury, the most prominent city on Maryland's eastern shore, the peninsula to the east of Chesapeake Bay. With a median age of 46.3, the Salisbury area is a popular destination for retirees who like the mid-Atlantic but are drawn to a more small-town atmosphere compared with Baltimore or Washington, D.C. Salisbury ranks number 72 on the best places to retire list for 2022 to 2023.
Naples, Florida. Located on the Gulf Coast where the Everglades begin, Naples receives a high score for its desirability and ranks number 1 safest place to live out of the 150 most populous metro areas in the U.S. for its low rates of property crime, violent crime and murder, according to data from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Naples grew by 2.84% between 2020 and 2021 due to net migration.
Daytona Beach's growth from net migration between 2020 and 2021 reached above nearly 3%, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. The coastal metro area attracts plenty of tourists to NASCAR races and local beaches, but many of these visitors also appear happy enough to make the place their next hometown. Like many other spots on this list, Daytona Beach attracts many retirees and has a median age of 47.5.
Ocala, Florida. This inland metro area in central Florida grew by 3.03% between 2020 and 2021 due to net migration alone. While the metro area isn't on the beach, it's located just west of the Ocala National Forest, which offers plenty of outdoor activities from swimming to hiking and biking. Ocala residents enjoy a relatively low cost of living compared with a lot of other Florida metro areas, spending 23.19% of the median household income on housing, putting it on par with the national median.
Boise, Idaho. It may be the capital city of a sparsely populated state, but Boise has been a popular choice for many relocating within the U.S. for a few years, and it saw a particular boom during the pandemic. Between 2020 and 2021, the Boise area's population increased by 3.15% due to net migration, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Don't let a low median home price fool you, however. Locals report the cost of living is climbing fast in the area and houses in the hottest parts of town commonly go for more than $500,000, according to Redfin.
Port St. Lucie, Florida. Located along the Treasure Coast, Port St. Lucie attracts people looking for a place with plenty of waterways to explore and, of course, warm Florida weather. With fewer than 500,000 residents, Port St. Lucie is more toned down and less touristy than places like Miami and Tampa. But the area is increasingly attracting attention as the Port St. Lucie area grew by 3.4% from 2020 to 2021, according to the United States Census Bureau.
Lakeland, Florida. Located in the center of Florida's peninsula, Lakeland is showing strong growth that mirrors the state's coastal metro areas featured on the list. Clearly, people moving to the area are just as attracted to the many lakes that give Lakeland its name as they are the beach access in other parts of the state. Lakeland grew by 3.5% from 2020 to 2021 due to net migration alone.
Fort Myers is the number 3 fastest growing place on our list and has been in the top 5 for at least as many years. The area grew by 3.51% between 2020 and 2021 due to net migration. Fort Myers scores high on safety, scoring the number 3 spot on our safest places to live rankings. It's also a solid place to retire, ranking number 38 on our rankings for best places to retire.
Sarasota, Florida. With a median age of more than 53 years, Sarasota is a particularly attractive destination for retirees, ranking number 11 on the best places to retire ranking for 2022 to 2023. Sarasota grew by a whopping 3.55% between 2020 and 2021 due to net migration.
Myrtle Beach is the fastest-growing metro area out of the 150 most populous in the U.S., seeing a population increase of 4.46% between 2020 and 2021 due to net migration. With fewer than 500,000 residents, Myrtle Beach is smaller than many places on this list, but it's proving popular among people looking for a new place to live. Like many of the Florida metro areas on the list, this coastal South Carolina spot attracts plenty of retirees looking for warm weather year-round. The metro area's median age is 49.4 years. It ranks as the number 28 best place to retire for 2022 to 2023 while taking the number 18 spot on the overall best places to live list.